Hello, YouTube! Welcome back to Rimworld and the Colony of Eden and the faction of the Nebulous Plains. In the last episode, a few things happened. The most important one is... we did kind of cheat a little bit and we used dev tools to get rid of an annoying Reverend. But to be honest, those motherfuckers are annoying as all hell, and when you don't have any sort of method of actually tracking those bastards down, yeah, it's just next to impossible to deal with it before they wipe out your entire colony. We also sent Min and her crew to go and deal with that smoke spewer, so now we don't have to worry about our plants not, having light. But more importantly, we got ourselves a new colonist in the form of Yulia, whatever. Main point is, she's dying. Good news is, she's got death refusal. Even better news is, I did a little bit of research on this. And we can just remove her... Where is it? Aww. Okay, well, I was gonna say, we can just remove her heart. And her heart will just come back just fine, so it'll be just fine. The only problem is that the organ decay will stay. When she comes back from her death refusal, whatever, when she resurrects, yeah, the organs will not be destroyed. They're gonna stay decaying, which sucks dick, but the good news is the heart's really the only one we really care about. And they're back. Okay, cool. And let's just have you guys go and recharge yourselves. And you are part of our... Yes, okay, good. Just making sure that she's part of the whole crew. And yes, make sure that we move the advanced components back down underneath the normal components. Yeah, bionic heart. I'm still planning on giving that to Eula. I was going to just say screw it and take out her heart and use up one of her death refusals on that. But, yeah, honestly speaking, a lung and her heart are the only two things we really need to worry about. Well, and a kidney, but the kidney's not nearly as important as anything else. I mean, we can't make an extra kidney, unfortunately. But worst comes worst, we can have somebody volunteer a kidney. Honestly, I think I might just have... Yeah, I think I might just have Martil do that, because he's really not all that useful for anything but crafting. So I think I might just have him volunteer up a kidney. Now, if I remember correctly, we should be fine with organ. Yes. We are fine with harvesting organs. He's not going to be super happy. Oh, come on, Mech. Dude. Well, Boomwolf gone mad. Yeah, that's not gonna be too fun. Hopefully it hits the first trap and just dies there. Nope, it doesn't. Of course it didn't. Why would it? Of course it has to burn down the rest of our traps. Oh well. Let's see. Let's make sure that... Yes. Okay, good. Min and them did go to to what they were already planning on being a part of. Alright, good. Of course, a little annoying that the damn frickin' Boomwolf had to go and blow up my frickin' other traps. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We got the granite walls all fixed up and built, apparently, from what I'm seeing. Of course, it's still dark, so we'll have to see in the morning what it looks like, but that should be our first couple of walls at least taken care of, luckily. And Gara's digging out the bedrooms, so eventually you won't have to go and... Leela, yeah, let's just call... Calling her you is just way too... kind of weird to me. I should try to call her like something like Ya. Or something. Calling her a dragon girl is going to be difficult because, well, we got Rin. But, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out something for Yuli. Okay, and we have done it. So we will install a bionic heart. And you cannot walk. Oh. Hang on. Sorry about that. That was another app asking me permission to do something. I don't know what the heck it's trying to do, but oh well. Oh, no, I see what you're doing at it. Nope, 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 nope. What I am gonna do first, though, is rescue her, toss her in there. There we go. Okay. Now we can go and do that whole installing the bionic heart. Mostly because I kind of want to maximize our chance of actually, you know, getting her. Are you gonna install it? Yeah. Yeah, she's probably gonna be. He's probably. Oh, shit. My bad. Never mind. Never mind. Hang on. Ada. My bad. I didn't know you had that freaking high of a goddamn medicine skill. I thought you were our weakest dude, but shit. Sorry. Sorry, my bad, Ada. You go install that thing, dude. Okay, distress signal. Frantic voice begs for immediate assistance, defending against a threat. They offer everything at the camp in return, yada yada yada. Okay, yeah, no, I'm good. Because that could be anything between... Well, it could be one of those reverent bastards, or a couple of the reverent bastards, or it could be other anomaly crap. I don't know if we've seen any yet, but... Actually, I'm pretty sure we've seen some, haven't we? Hang on, let me just go into our anomalies here. Yeah, I'm sure we've seen them. Flesh beasts. Basically, that is what we are watching out for. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've seen flesh beasts, because we've seen the freaking gore hulks. Yeah, flesh beasts. Basically, there could be a huge flesh beast infestation. And we got medicine creation now. Awesome. So what are we doing next? Do we want to do shields so we can actually start kitting all of our guys out with awesome shields? Or do we go and start making our own trees and eventually our own chocolate, which will then be a decent... Yeah, I think we're going to go with that. We're going to go with our own tree production, which will then maneuver handily into our own chocolate production, which is a very good recreation. Well, technically it's kind of considered No, it's a recreational consumable. Yeah, it's a recreational consumable. Basically, it's something that fills up their recreation bar. Alrighty, so she now has a bionic heart, which means she is fine. Yep. The only problem is, obviously, her other organs are gonna go bye-bye, but honestly speaking here, once both of her kidneys are gone, she might not be able to filter her blood anymore. But one of them being gone is going to be fine, as well as one of the lungs. Yep. Probably didn't need to do that, actually. Probably didn't need to take his kidney. Now that I think about it. So yeah, we'll just put the kidney back in, Mark. You know what? Nah, we'll wait on that. We'll wait on that. Martil is kind of, not super needed for everything. Yeah. Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Do me a favor, prioritize digging out that. And let's make sure that we expand the home zone to include that, so that way the drone will actually go and clean up all the rock stuff there. Make sure everything's good. Okay. Alrighty. But yeah, now it's just a waiting game of waiting for her to no longer need that. However, seeing as how she needs another eye anyways, we can just have her go and have her install that eye. And yeah, now she's become weak enough to where she can't go and actually hang out without her eye. And are you? Yes, perfect. I gotta keep in mind that Ada is our best freaking medicine dude, so I gotta keep that in mind. Okay. Yuli now has both eyes again. Perfect. She has a bionic heart. Honestly, she's all good. Honestly, she really is just all good. She might not be able to do jack diddly, but yeah, she'll be fine. When she dies, I've tested this out in various other stuff and read a whole bunch about this stuff. But when she dies, she'll die, obviously. It'll act like she's dead and all that jazz. However, we will be able to immediately resurrect her. Oh, hey, she's back and able to... She's back to being able to move around? Okay. And a blood moon. Yep. With her working with the animals, though, I think we might want to have her be as good as we can. I mean, the kidneys are going to be fine. I'm still unsure if she actually will die from having no kidneys. I know she'll definitely die without any lungs, obviously. But it's the kidney thing that I'm wondering about. Whether or not she's going to die because of that. So that's why I'm trying to keep an eye on that. Being which, I I need freaking light in here so I can actually see what's going down. Because I can't see shit. And another biotech lab. Yeah. Yep. There we go. Alrighty. Well, it does seem like she's gonna lose. Well, she'll be close to losing her second kidney. You know what? I'm gonna have you just focus on mining. Don't worry about the cutting any of that nonsense. There. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to find a different weapon for her, but I guess we must have used up all of our... Yeah, we must have used up all of our guns either selling them or giving them to other people. So, yeah. I don't want her to have to use that grenade launcher because, well, obviously the grenade launcher can do a lot of damage, but there's a good chance that, well, it could do some serious friendly fire. I mean, we got the other Dragon Girl, Rin, being a physical fighter, and hell, we got this guy also being a physical fighter too. So, yeah, we're just waiting for her to lose these organs. Yep, another derelict lab. They always show up as soon as the other one disappears. Okay. Yep. And we're slowly building out Eula's new bedroom. Might not be the best looking bedroom, but it's better than nothing. I will say that there is one thing that I don't like about the recent... Oh, hey, new quest. Okay, yeah. If we wanted to go get 100 plasteel, we could go off to... We can go off to... There. Way the fuck down there. And yeah, I'm good. We really don't need that. We don't really need plasteel that badly. I mean, we don't have a lot at all, but, you know, I'm not really all that worried about it. Anyways, like I was saying, like I was rambling on about, there is one thing that I don't really like about one of the newer updates that it did is, back in the day, you could build these power conduits here on the crossroad area. You used to be able to do that because they used to be able to reach across, you know, diagonally to build it. But for whatever reason, recently, somehow, some way, some reason, they removed that ability. I don't know if that was just a bug that's been caused by one of my mods conflicting with the game, or if it used to be just a feature of one of my mods that they took out recently. But I remember being able to basically have this exact kind of setup, only, well, I used to be able to have my entire base just lit up like the 4th of frickin' July with having all of my walls just filled to the brim with these power conduits. Okay, so we are going to assign Yuli here. And the cleaner droid is doing its best to make it look at least somewhat decent in there. Thank you. Okay. Cool. Cool. So the one that I wasn't really expecting decayed, well, or unless I was right, and that is the one that decayed first. But oh well. Let's go with shields now because, well, honestly, there's no reason not to. I mean, we could go with gas operation and just start working our way up to better weaponry, but I like defense. A good offense is a good defense, in my eyes. And she's having problems breathing. That's fine. Oh, shoot. You know, I installed this mod, and I didn't even freaking go and set it up, did I? Moisture Injector. I'm sure I discussed it last episode, but yeah. It's basically a moisture pump. Only instead of removing moisture, it turns everything into shallow water. Well, that specific one. This one turns shallow water into deep water. This one turns soil and sand into stony soil. This one turns normal soil into rich soil. Sorry. This one turns deep water into shallow water. And deep ocean into shallow ocean, obviously. And this one is the one that turns stuff into... Yeah, the injectors are the one that turn stuff into what they're saying, and the pumps are the ones that get rid of them. Yeah, and soil injector basically turns rock into soil, just normal soil. So if you ever want to say, if you want to have a far more less cheaty method of turning stone into soil, the what was it again? Terraforming devices is basically your goat, because it takes power, takes time, takes resources. Unlike the terraforming tool where you can just turn it into soil. No biggie. I'll admit, it's a far more reasonable and far less cheaty method of doing soil. But you also have to worry about the whole, getting power where you need it right away. It's just a lot of work and a lot of headache. I mean, a lot more fair, but still. Oh, and Silo gained an expertise in intelligence. Unsurprising. Okay, you are going to be... Yeah, you're basically going to be our researcher, so... Yeah, none of this other stuff is important. You're going to be our researcher, so yeah, that's what we're going to give your expertise in. Researching. I'm still waiting for her to gestate these damn frickin' millitors. We don't have any subcores, though. That's probably why she's not. That would explain a thing or two, I believe. Yes. That would definitely explain a thing or two. Okay. Yeah, that would explain why she's not making those 2 millitors. She can't. She doesn't have the resources. Okay, fair enough. Jeez, if you're gonna be all logical, Min. Alrighty, I was wondering what you guys were doing. Yep. We got food poisoning. Mech, before you do that, can you just clean your kitchen real quick, dude? There. Okay. Where the fuck did we get milk from? Oh, yeah! The goats. Duh. That's where we're getting the milk from. I was like, huh, where the fuck are we getting milk from? I totally forgot we got those goats, didn't we? Oh well. Actually, I should probably just have these all moved out immediately anyways. And yeah, Yuli's just basically doing her best before she eventually dies for the first time. Now, the good news is, her bionic eye, bionic heart, those things should be fine, relatively speaking, when she comes back from the dead, I think. Nothing that I've read or seen has really told me that it goes bye-bye. There is the occasional, problem with the death refusal where it kind of makes the flesh tentacles, or other such problems, like scars, but... that's obvious. Okay, we have shields done. We're actually going really fast through this shit. Like, holy crap. You know what? Yes, we want circuit breakers. Yes, we want circuit breakers. So that way I can actually start, making some damn batteries so we can start building up some power. And eventually, they're going to get finished with this floor, and they'll move on to Yuli's. And penicillin! Hey! That's definitely something we want to go grab. And that is something I do need to double check. Okay, fun with reason. Good. Okay. Just had to make sure that we had actually... darn it. Just had to make sure that we had actually gone and... Oh, hey. An Aurora. Nice. Just had to make sure that we had actually done, you know, the due diligence of getting the drug thing taken care of. Drug schedule, if you want to call it that. Though we do need to remove the chunks there. Need to get them moved out. Okay, she's about to lose a lung, and she's about to lose the other kidney. So we're about to see if they can die from lack of kidney. I'm going to assume yes. Possibly. Possibly not, though. If they can't, then she's getting a new kidney. If she can, then, well, she'll be getting a new kidney regardless. And we'll be able to, well, have her have 2 kidneys. Because, yeah, I don't think Marv Till is going to need his second kidney. We'll get him a second kidney later. It's just not quite yet. Of course, we always have the Resurrection Mech Serum. Actually... Okay, no, it'll just bring her back as she was. Alright, bring yourself back to life. Okay, what? Okay, yeah, it was the kidneys. Oh, hey, and both of her kidneys are fine now. Well, shit. Well, shit. Well, shit. That's awesome. Now we just need to hope she holds out for that second kidney, that second lung, till the death refusal is up and running. Well, one thing that we could totally do is just give her a new lung. Yeah, but she should be fine. Yeah, she should be fine. Okay, so, Marv Till. Guess what, buddy? Sorry about taking out your kidney. You're getting it back. Okay, so she's gonna have 2 uses of death refusal, and both of her lungs are gonna be put back. I mean, you saw how fast that was that she just came back. I mean, I'm sure she's not too happy about having to do that. Yes. Yes. You can see that she's not too happy about that. It's actually kind of good thing that she's, you know, in a relationship with Mech. It's keeping her kind of, you know, happy. Though really, Mech, I think you're letting your power go to your head. You need to chill out with that. Oh, hey, Min. You mind doing me a solid and... Where the fuck are you? Okay, there you are. You mind doing me a solid and counseling her? Okay, good. For 3 days. Yeah, well, that works, I guess. Yeah, she should be fine. Yeah, she'll be able to do the whole death refusal thing again. Okay, cool. And it's Ada who's putting it back in. Good. So, should be... Yes. No problems. Yeah, he's not too happy. Yeah, he's not too happy about that. Good news is yeah. I don't think he's pissed at whoever took out the... Yeah, he's not too pissed at whoever took out the organ. Because if it was men, you know, that would be right here in the opinion screen. But no, they're just basically insulting each other, so... Okay. Yeah, but we should be good. She should. Yeah. It's been over half the time since she did the illness, since obviously she woke back up. And it's only gone up by 3 or 4 points. So, yeah, she should be fine by the time her lung goes out. Should be fine. And yeah, we got plenty of marble, so I'll just set that up for all of it. Don't have a lot of wood though, but that is something we are going to change right the heck now. We have where are you? Coca trees. And we also have, get rid of that. Yep, that's right. We have get rid of that. Okay, we have apple trees. Not exactly the main one I was thinking about, but well, you know. Main one I was thinking about is going to be our... Okay, where you at? Oak trees. Yes, now we are going to be growing specific trees for harvesting. I mean, I suppose I could keep the... harvesting area just to, well, keep it. I don't need to get rid of it, I suppose. I suppose I don't need to get rid of it. I can just keep it so that way we can harvest the naturally growing trees. Yep, and Yuli's having problems. Still having problems. Okay. That's fine. And how is your... Yeah, you're gonna do just fine. You'll be just fine. Do me a solid. Clean the kitchen real quick, would you? Thank you. Go have a good nap. Flirting frenzy, Mech. Seriously, Mech, you're going a bit overboard. You're... No, go with the one that's actually, you know, cleaned up for you, please. Okay, but after they're done with these floors, that should be the last of the floors, so they should start working on, yes, the walls. Good. Perfect, even. Okay. And they are currently sowing the apple trees. And they've already sowed a couple of coca trees. Alright, nice. So our plant people are going to be really frickin' busy. But that's fine. Oh, we got a raid. We've got a raid coming in. And it's one hell of a raid. Like, holy shit. That's a lot of people. Everybody, save for the gal who's probably going to die. Let's leave you open. Let's have Mech really quickly open these doors so they actually try to get into here. Okay, go here, go here, going down here. Marv Till, I think I'm gonna have you hanging out over there. Gonna have you hang out over there. You go there. Mac go there. Okay. Okay. So they're just gonna try to break open the walls. That's great. Well, let's have Marv Till. Well, we can hang out. Okay, so they were stupid enough to actually open up that door. Okay. Ada, do me a solid. Tend to this dude real quick, would ya? And Silo, actually no, Mech. Go and tend to that person real quick too. Ada. Ada. Capture him. You guys... Yeah, you're not doing too good, Martil. Do you have any... No, you do not have any medicine skill. Silo! Come over here and tend to Martil, would you? Then you can tend to Spider. And... should we? Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, cool. And let's just allow all the stuff that's in our territory because, well, to be honest, we're going to want to get this stuff moved the fuck out of the way anyways. Okay. We should probably really focus on fixing that up. And how far along are you to dying? Mech, bring him on in. Okay, you're down to 10? That's fine. Are you fucking kidding me? Marvtail, quit being a fucking idiot. Okay, perfect. Okay, keep everybody alive. How are you doing, Eula? You'll be dying here soon. Okay. Yep, and you even got the sickness over when done with. Okay, cool, awesome. So, how is... Okay, he's about to get patched up, good. Okay, we're all good. We're all good. Everybody's good. Okay, we're all good. And one of the prisoners got an infection, which, that's fine. Marvtail is starving. That is fine. Not great, but fine. If you wouldn't mind, prioritize feeding him, would you? And once you're done with that, go and build that sandstone wall. So that way we can stop having our animals roped up. Thank you. And Marvtail now has an infection. Well, that's fan-fucking-tastic. Oh well. He's gonna get treated by the best person he can get treated by, so yeah, it'll be fine. I do need to go and set up... Oh, I guess I forgot to do this. Okay, well, that's fine. I need to come in here anyways, apparently. Okay, let's do 120 penicillin. And we'll pause when we're done, and we'll have 24. We'll have it start back up at 24. And I want to make sure we always have at least, like, have 80 medicine on hand. And honestly, just make sure we have 80 medicine on hand. Does not matter if we have 79. Okay, she's dead again. Come back to life. Okay, and yes. Both of her lungs are back. She's fine, people. Yes. Yes. So she's fine. Marvtail is no longer unable to... Mech gained the Brawler trait. Oh, well, that's not fun. Well, that's not fun. Huh. That's really not fun. Ah. Oh well. And we got a new quest. Bloodthirsty Howl. Sanguiphage named Cave is looking for a safe place to meet 2 other Sanguiphage where they won't be tracked. Leader Cave is asking you to host them at Eden. If you accept, the 3 Sanguiphage will arrive at Eden from different directions. They will spend several hours discussing secret issues before departing. They promise to give you a reward before leaving. You can betray them to attack them. Down Sanguiphage can turn one of your colonists into a Sanguiphage. Yeah, so this is one of the ways that if you don't want to be an a-hole and attack a Sanguiphage, you know, who's visiting or whatever, this is one way you could get them to be, you know, turn you into a Sanguiphage, because one of them can just decide to, yeah, you know, be turned into one. Or if you don't want to make vampires, but you're also not an a-hole and you're alright with, you know, letting them chill out for a bit and do whatever they need to do, you can basically have the other 2 options here. I'm going to take this, but I'm not going to take it yet. Because right now it is 1 p.m. The sun is high in the damn sky. And as you might expect, vampires do not do well with the sun in the sky. So I'll wait till it's dark and then I'll accept the quest. They'll come in, do their thing. And I suggest doing this for your own game too, if you ever decide to do that, because I've had games where I was like, oh, hey, cool, yeah, I'm alright with that. Just accept in the middle of the day, and they immediately leave because of the danger, you know, of the sun. So, if you're going to accept the quest, wait till it gets to be like, I'd say 200 hours. Maybe 201. I mean, 21. Sorry. 20 hours. 21 hours. Somewhere along there. So that way it's like 8 or 9 p.m. And, you know, usually around then the sun is down. You see it's starting to get dark right now. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're probably fine to call them right around, say, now. But I like being on the safe side. And we got a Mad Gazelle coming on in. If you don't mind, I'm just going to have you move over here. There we go. Now you can keep doing that. Okay. And now is that time, and I'm going to accept for the 2 advanced components and the class steel. Yeah, because they'll arrive in a few hours. You probably would have been fine just to do it at around 6. But, they'll be fine. They got until about, what, 6 a.m.? So 6 hour before the sunlight will arrive. And, yeah. All I care about is them showing up. That's all I give a shit about. Them leaving, I have no craps. I don't give a crap about. When they leave, I do not give a shit. How they leave, I do not give a shit. Min, when you wake up, trade with those guys, since apparently they have stuff to trade. And they should accept human-like corpses. Yes. So we just need them to actually move the damn corpses. Okay, yep, they're having their little meeting, yada yada yada, in our rec room while we're just eating meals right next to it. Like, huh, that's an interesting whatever the fuck you guys are planning. Don't mind us. Okay, so what do you guys have to... Oh, hey. Yeah, I can sell one of our prosthetics. And yeah, I can actually unload a shit ton of these stupid weapons that the tribes people brought us. because I really don't need them. And I can also drop off the clothing that is too bad to use. And before you ask, yes, I can see that we are going to be losing a crap ton. They don't have enough money to pay us back. I mean, we can take literally everything they've got and they won't have enough to pay us. But you see, I don't really care. Yep, that's fine. Give me whatever you got. Oh, you guys are kidding me, right? Well, everybody but Martil, get your butts up. Hey, thanks, Birdie, you freaking asshole. Really, that's really nice of you to have opened the door for them. No, really, that's really nice of you. Thanks, dude. No, really, honestly, thank you. I really needed somebody to open that door for them. Really, honestly, you have my undying love for doing that, you dick. Thanks, prick. Honestly. Alright, get into the bubble. You idiot. Okay, everybody. Go and put out the fires. Are we just letting them fucking do whatever the hell they want? Like, seriously? And are you seriously still... Dude. Can you please put out the damn fire? Okay. Rescue Clark, because Clark is having a bad time. Gara, capture that imp. And yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. You guys need to go and get some healing done. And Silo's just slightly burned, that's all. Okay. Clark's the real problem, but then again, she's fine. Gara, how about you mind administering some hemogen to the sanguiphage before it goes crazy and tries to eat all of us? Thank you. so she's being patched up. Everybody's doing fine. Okay. Everybody's doing fine? Yes? Yes. Yes, everybody's doing fine. Good. The only one I'm not super worried about is Yuli. But that's mostly because, well, she's got 2 more goddamn uses of saying nuh-uh to death. But I really don't want to have to do that if I don't have to. If I can help it. Now, can we please not have to deal with any more fricking bullshit for a while? That would be swell. Thank you very much. You fucking idiot. Why the hell would you go into the fire? You dumb motherfucker. Ah, stupid mega scarabs. Eclipse. Okay, cool. What you doing, Jacobson? Okay, yes. That is what I want you to do. I do want you to plug up that hole again. Thank you. And actually, seeing as how they're being a-holes about this... Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Double wall this. We're probably gonna have to do the same up here too, so. That way they can't so easily just break open the damn wall. And just in case, well, once again, the dang Sanguiphage decides it's going to freaking go and screw us over. Apparently, Clark decided to death rest right here. That's fine. So, Clark here is just a normal Sanguiphage. Let's show you why Sanguiphages are so fucking amazing. First, as you can obviously see, they can implant their genes, this gene right here, this entire thing right here, into somebody else. Does not matter who they are, they can implant them. Secondly, they're ageless, which means they just stop aging. Whatever age they're at, it just stops. They are never going to age again. They can't die. Unless, of course, their brain is completely destroyed. If their brain gets destroyed, they're dead. That's it. They can't get any age-related disease like cancer, bad back, cardiac, dementia. Literally that heart disease that Min had, that we were all worried about? Nope, nothing worried about that. They have an incredible amount of, they have an incredible metabolism, so all these, complexities and, however freaking incredibly, basically, metabolic efficiency here, when it comes to genes, you need to balance complexity with metabolic efficiency. If you have a crappy metabolic efficiency, they need to eat more. But if you have a really great metabolic efficiency, like in the negatives... Oh, no, sorry. High. Positive, less food. Negatives, more food. That's how it is. If you see this little red icon here, see the little red metabolic efficiency? If it's a plus, that means you're going to be gaining, you're going to be using less food. But if it's a negative, like here, you're going to be losing food. I mean, you're going to be using a lot of food. So yeah, this basically just offsets all the overpowered crap that the vampire here is going to have. Perfect immunity means that they will never get any diseases. Or at least most diseases anyways. And Scarless is basically any old wound, anything like that just gets immediately solved like just that. Of course, they've also got a lot of other problems. They're a blood feeder. They need to go and get, hemogen, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. They basically can coagulate their stuff, which means they don't bleed out as fast as any normal person would. They can basically do that wing jump that our Dragon Gal can do. They do need a death rest, which we've already covered the death resting, which this person is currently doing because they don't have a death rest capsule here, which is very slow now. If you don't use a death rest capsule, it's extremely slow, so you might as well just use a death rest casket. Piercing Spine, which is a special ability like Ada's Shock. Super fast wound healing, which means they'll heal, about as fast, probably even faster than Mechs regeneration. They're size sensitive, which means they make great Psycasters. Of course, the problem is they also get hit by Psy problems a lot harder. They're fast runners, which means they move much faster. They have toxic immunity, which means they just don't have any problems with being in a toxic area. But they don't do good in sunlight. They don't like being in sunlight. They move slower in sunlight. But with the fast runner trait, that actually does kind of offset it a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Though they do, have the mood debuff. Tinder Skin, which basically means that they take a lot more fire damage. They're not good with any sort of fire. They're aggressive, strong melee damage. They don't sleep for very often. So, like I said, they do sleep, but they just don't need a lot of it. At least this specific kind. And this is actually the base version, just to let you know. They are robust, which means they take less damage. They're attractive. They have dark vision, which means if you don't have any lights where they're working, it doesn't affect them. They can work just as fast as if you had lights. Strong melee, strong social, strong intelligence. Basically, they are amazing. And what's more is, looking at it, I'm actually having some serious quandaries about maybe adding them to her since we have the option. I think I'm gonna. You know what? I think I will. Oh, she's regrowing, which means it'll kill her. Do I care? Do I care? A little bit, yeah. Fuck it. I won't be a cruel bastard. But that would have been a good one to have, where that would have actually been a pretty good one to have. Speaking of which, did the quest actually... Oh, we failed. Well, that sucks. Oh well. Oh well. But yeah, Sagmophages are actually pretty damn awesome. So, though I really do kind of want to go and turn Min into a Sagmophage. We've got a whole crap ton of freaking got a whole crap ton of willing volunteers to go into a into a drain casket, so we could go and do that if we wanted to. Problem is, I kind of don't want to. But I kind of do. I mean, we've got 3 days to think about it. I mean, these guys are going to be healing up here, some of them in not too long of a time. Lyrebird for sure. Do we have... What do we need? Oh yeah, he developed an immunity to the infection. Good. I wasn't really paying attention to that. Yeah, that is something I could think about. And if we are going to do that, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to, I think I'm going to turn this entire area into my my sanguiphage hideout. To be more specifically, I think that this is going to be where I'm going to put all of the drain caskets. They are a total of 4x4s. And you can put them side by side. Ah. Well, I can move. Nah. I'd rather move this over. Yeah. Rather move that over. So yeah. Looks like from how I set it up, we would be able to fit all 4 of them in there. And then I could basically set up my not drain casket, but my death rest casket and all the cool little shit over here. I could totally do that. And the reason why I have such a big area for the drain caskets, even though, you know, they're only a 4x4 thing, and that's because I just have a vat. Problem is, it all requires gold. Yes, that is actually a slight problem. We would need gold to do that. We need gold. Well, not good. Not good at all. Meh. But that's also not something that's that terribly bad. We can find gold relatively easy. "17-year-old though. Well, you're not bad for a lot of stuff, actually. But I bet you're, yes, unwaveringly loyal. Yeah, that's usually how they are. The really good ones usually are. Okay, well, prisoner. And we're not going to gain any goodwill from releasing him, but Yeah. Yeah, we'll release them when they're healthy. I would love to convert them, but There. Get them all out once they're all healthy and able to move. Mostly so that way I don't have to worry about them trying to start some shit. We don't have any gold to actually make the area anyway, so it was a nice idea, but something that wasn't going to be panning out anyways, so. And circuit breakers. And we could move on to this. Well, yeah, we might as well move on to this EMI, but I guarantee you we're not going to be building it any freaking time soon. Like, no time at all. The amount of resources that this thing needs, you can just see here. I mean, no, not the resources. The amount of power. There we go. The amount of power it needs. Tremendous power drain and considerable heating when operational. Yeah, basically keep it outside and have a crap ton of power, which one day we will have enough power to do that, I'm sure. Maybe. But it is not today. I guarantee you it is not today. Okay, Martel is completely healthy. Good. And we're slowly rebuilding from everything that we just had to freaking do. Good. Kinda wondering why the hell Min isn't working on that. Firebird is running off. That's fine. Let him run off. Leave us the hell alone. Min, why the hell are you doing that? Oh. We don't have steel. Well, that would explain that. Yeah, that would definitely explain that. Okay. If we don't have steel, then we will just need to go and get steel from somewhere. What you doing, Gara? Eating? Yeah, you were. I need you to deal with something real quick, though. I need you to dig me up some steel. There we go. Alright, that'll be enough. Should be, anyways. And I should see what your... Yes. Yes. So, her moving is incredibly fast now. And that's well, not incredibly fast, but faster. And that's because of the blood pumping from her heart. Like I said, they move really, really fast. I mean, they can become pretty goddamn crazy. Alrighty. Church isn't complete, but it's getting near it. And basic subcore is done. How about you go grab what you need to grab in order to go and fix up the Militor, eh? Before you go to sleep. And Clark is almost done with their death resting. And we've already tossed out 2 of them. Sweet. Now, last episode, since we are talking about blood packs and vampires and everything like that, I'm sure you're wondering, how the heck do you go and, you know, remove their legs? Because you see here, Harvest, it only takes out their internal organs. Well, that's simple. You go down here and you install a couple of peg legs, and then it'll give you the option to remove them, just like there's a option to remove remove, you know, the bionic lie and amputate left arms and all that other jazz. Because of the surgical scar. Okay. I was wondering why the hell it's saying amputate the left arm when the flesh tentacle is in the right shoulder. But yeah, it's because of that surgical scar. But yeah, basically, if you do that, just remove the peg legs, they won't be able to go and get up and cause a fuss. Because you'll see here, prison break interval. 99 days. That is basically... It does not include the time spent asleep. So yeah. But it does affect how... how good your prison is. Depends on how often the prison break occurs. The only way I've found that you can completely make sure that they can't break out, take their legs. That's the only way that I've found to absolutely ensure that it is not gonna be a danger. Oh well, it's a good thing that I didn't do that anyways, though, honestly speaking. Because if I did do that, then I'd have to try to figure out some way to get some nutrient paste over here, which I totally could. I mean, don't get me wrong, I totally could. Go over here to the pipe network, put the grinder right here-ish. Yeah, put the grinder here-ish in this one. Set it up so that there's a bit of a oh, hey, that's done. Speaking of power, I do think we're going to go with the advanced. We're going to start going with the advanced generators and such. Once again, part of mod. Anyways, but to continue on, oh, that's something that I could do. Yeah, we just do an over-the-wall vent right here, basically letting the cool air, letting this place cool down this place. Though I would add a few coolers just to make sure that it stayed cool. I am going to, of course, add some coolers to here to basically do the exact same thing of making sure the temperature stays pretty even. And Rin has leveled up. Okay, she's at level 4 still. Yeah, we're just gonna keep upgrading because, like with Ada, we're gonna wait till you're level 6. Then you'll be free to go and do whatever you need to do. Spider's getting tossed out the front door. And of course, they're taking the least dangerous path. And we got a royal tribute collector. And apparently, a trooper named Nephos is the daughter of Hayes. Neato. Okay, Goro started a social fight with Ada. Smart idea. Really brilliant there. Alright. And we are almost done with sowing what we need to sow. We've got the cocoa fields all set up. Nice. Now we just need to get the apple fields and the oak field all handled, and that'll be good. Oh. And hey, we've got fishing zone completely filled up. Nice. So now we can start fishing again in the comfort and safety of our own headquarters. Good. And I could send somebody out there to just toss Sinez towards the Royal Tribute Collector, but I'm pretty sure all they give you is honor, and I do not give a crap about honor. Do not give a crap about honor. So, yep, that's just going to be what that's going to be. And speaking of that's what it's going to be, I need to start going and filling up the rest of this with my traps. There. Yep, Royal Tribute Collector's leaving. Good. Yeah, Gara doesn't have much of an opinion of Mech, since he's apparently, yes, having an affair. And what about... where is... ah, Eula. Apparently she doesn't have any negative opinion of Eula. Apparently. Let's see here. Electric smelter. Yeah, we'll have enough power to do the electric smelter. And we're going to need it to smelt down these slag chunks. Yep, long rot. Not great. Okay. How about you focus on hauling all this crap, all these guys out, because that's what's causing the lung rot. Get rid of the dead bodies, you get rid of the lung rot. Easy as that. Okay. You go ahead and you just wander off. I'll have Jakeson do the remaining hauling off. And we got the ferrous silicon. And we got visitors. Alright, let's refuel this dang thing and let's get this party started. And Ada is no longer having his thingamabobber. Yep, and now the long rot's going down because it was treated really well. Really well. Good. There. Now, most of the dead bodies, most of them are moved. And there's a good chance they might be burned from the looks of things. Yeah, okay. And Mech is refueling the campfire. Sweet. Okay. Everybody. Get down with your funky selves. Okay, and it was beautiful. Perfect. And we can reform the ideology. I had forgotten that we were doing that. Okay, let's... Do we want to add something? Maybe have everybody's mood be shared? Well... Okay. Well, honestly speaking... You know what? I think we're going to go with city builders. I think we're going to make this place into our home. So, we're going to go with city builder. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, this is going to give us, our colonists, mood penalties and bonuses depending on the amount of buildings on the map. And honestly speaking, if we leave this place, yeah, travel despised, They're not gonna like being. They're not gonna like traveling a lot. Yeah, they're not gonna like traveling. So that seems to work out great for me. Now, don't get me wrong. We are going to do some traveling in the future, but just from the way things are acting, it's probably going to be in our best interest to, yeah. Take that one so everybody has the good mood bonus. Yep, Magnificent City. Yeah. Insane amount of... Yeah, problem is that he had to leave the colony apparently, so... Yeah, mood debuff on that front. But that's fine. Min probably has that too, honestly. Yep. But that's fine. But with these traps now set up, we should be more or less fine. And what's more is I should probably be building a roof over that. So that way, if they do try to shoot us, they won't be able to. And make sure to switch you on over to number 2. And it looks like the oak field is completely sown. Now we just need to sow the apple orchard. Oh, wait. Stop that. No, we're not cooking on the campfire anymore. Make sure we install a new one of the new sculptures over here, and I'll install them over there. And since you wanted mine, do some mining over here. Thank you. Journey Derek Lick Lab. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Alrighty, so our traps are almost completely done. We just gotta... Okay, they were almost completely done, but then an alpaca decided it wanted to go and prove me wrong. Oh well. This trap's almost done, which means it'll only leave the one that the alpaca decided to frickin' step on. And we got a bulk goods trader coming on in. Nice. Dumb alpaca. Dumb alpaca. Okay. Min, when you are done doing whatever the heck you're doing when you wake up, go get us some more stuff. And god dang, you were really out bad, weren't you? Jeez. There we go, finally. Yeah, that would explain why they're not moving those. Let's just expand it a little bit, and they should move it. Well, that was kind of stupid of you. Okay. Weird. Weird people. Very weird people. Okay. So, what oh what do we want? And what oh what are we willing to give? Well, let's get rid of all this leather that we don't need, obviously. That's already given us a whole crap ton of... sure. And let's get rid of this alpaca, muffalo. Take all the plums you got. And we might as well take all the meat you got too. We don't need it, but then again, I'm not going to say no. And they don't have any gold that we could take off of their hands, which is unfortunate. And honestly, there's really not much more. Oh, we could take a bit of that and then sell them a prosthetic heart. But yeah, they really don't have much that we really care about. Yeah, that'll be that, actually. Alright, yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, new quest. Contract Colonists. Holy Cardinal Sammy Gurnder of Northeast Shawnee needs extra hands to help with the harvest. She is asking you to lend her 5 colonists 13 years or older for 14 days. She will send a shuttle to pick up the colonists. If we do, we can either choose a Psylink, some dude named Ad, well, some person named Ad, or an Eltex with some recon armor and a plasteel. Bit of plasteel. That's... How good is Ad here? Ad is... a stoner. Okay, so no for the Ad. But the Psylink isn't too bad. That would allow me to actually make another Psycaster. And honestly speaking, Yuli's just asking for it. Obviously. Yuli's just asking for it. Oh, yeah, speaking of which. Where is the... There you are. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Lung rot needs to be treated. That's fine. Okay. Don't know why it's not going down. Oh, that's because it's... Yeah, needs to hold out for 3 days and 4 days. Okay. Okay, so, yeah. But now here's the question. Do I have 5 people that I can do without? Well... Yuli, Renuk, Martil, Silo, honestly, Jakeson. Yeah, I think the last 5 we can do without. For about, how long again? For 14 days. Not fantastic. Would mean that we'd be out of research for quite a while, but then again, I'd be fine with it. Actually, oop, hang on, wrong thing looking at. Actually, you know what? Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to actually have Martil, Silo, Jacobson, Ada, and possibly Gara take off. Yeah, because honestly speaking, these guys are lowering our raid presence just by existing, and if we leave them, I mean, if we send them off, we no longer will have to worry about those colonists being a part of the calculations of our wealth. So, honestly, yeah. Might be a good idea, actually. You know what? Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll do it for the Psylink. Now we wait for the shuttle to show up. There it is. Okay, you. No, not you. You and you. Get in the dang shuttle. There. Okay. And now, honestly, I think I'm going to have you use it. Alright, cool. And you do have artistic. Good. Alright, perfect. Yeah, because you and Hayes are animal people. Actually, I probably could have sent Hayes. Oh, wait, nope. Hayes needs to... Yeah, Hayes needs to stay here to keep the Nexus tree going. Okay, cool. And we got a weapons cargo pod. Do we have anything interesting? Not really. The slag chunk is actually far more interesting. Really? Alright. And melt slag, do forever. Smelt apparel, do forever, but we will only allow you to do the stuff that goes under 50. Yeah. Just drop it on the ground. Smelt apparel, do forever, and this one is only going to be tainted apparel. Not going to be clean. So, yeah. And then we're going to have you smelt weaponry, do forever, and... oh, do anything that's under... anything that's awful and poor. Actually, you know what? Nah. I'm not worried about smelting any weaponry. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. And Min's still working on the components. Okay, cool. Have fun with that, Min. And she's making a visage mask. Okay, cool. How about we suspend all... well... nah. I guess you can make that stuff. Gives you something to do. And you won't haul. You will, though. I was wondering why he was only carrying a little bit. Okay, well, let's get this stuff inside. We spent a lot of stuff getting it, and I'm not going to be messing around. Actually, if I could have you haul the silver, that'd be great. Okay. One more round. And I'll let you go and get some... actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll let you go get some rest. God dang, though. A lot of stuff. Yeah. And that's stuff. New quest, research outpost. Yeah. And haul the jerky. And you're still fine-ish. Finish off the plums. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. That'll do. Cool. You did make one. Starvation? Yeah, it's Mech. Yep. I kind of figured. But we really wanted to get that food in. We really wanted to get that food in. It was Really important to get that damn food in. Kind of want to get that wood in now too, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Don't like how our cleaner's doing that, but it'll be okay. I do think I am going to go and make another set of there. There. Select all linked. Link. Make sure that all this. Yep. Okay, good. Okay, good. And she's going crazy making a whole bunch of stuff, which is fine. We're gonna have a whole crap ton of we're gonna have a whole crap ton of clothing now, but that'll be fine. And honestly speaking, I don't really think we need this anymore. I know I was keeping it to, you know, just in case, you know, cut down some of these trees, but I really don't need it, I don't think. Actually, I know I don't need it. And speaking of stuff that I really don't need, but I kind of need a path. There we go. And there we go. And then we do this. Yeah. Okay. Kill box is nearly complete. And there's a solar flare. Yay. Lovely. Oh well. And okay, good. I was gonna say, you better not be messing with me. You better go and clear out the waste packs. Oh, Eula needs treatment. God damn it. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's better. Okay. And she's doing fine. Yeah, just need to hold out for another 11 hours for this one and 2 days for this one, which is annoying. But it is what it is. And honestly, I think... yeah, honestly, I think I'm just gonna move these guys. I mean, I had them here while I needed the space, but I don't really need the space anymore for right here. In fact, now it's just making everything look a bit cluttered. Okay. Now if I do this, no. But that's fine. I'll just link them all later. Just to make sure that package survival mill doesn't stay in there. Okay. Now we do that. Select all. Oop, shoot. Link settings. There we go. And I'll build a copy of that one there and select all linked. Link. There we go. There. And that should do us for this foreseeable future, honestly. Animapod Sprout. And I could go for it. But I don't really need it. Yeah, I've already got one. Nah. But I can always get it anyways. Gosh dang it. Reassign you to there. Set you as the owner of that place. Okay. Yeah, our carrier's having troubles. Which is why it might not be a bad idea to maybe instead get a lifter. Yeah, it might not be a bad idea to get a lifter instead. And Midnight made some masterwork gloves. Neat. So now she's working on boots. Or she's gonna. After she makes some chem fuel. Alright. Well, honestly speaking, I think we've done enough for today. I think this should probably do us for one episode. We've repelled 2 humongous waves. We've managed to not actually die. Our traps continue to kill animals that stupidly wander on them because they're idiots. Yeah, our corpse pile's looking nice and big now. Shame we don't have Molotov, or else I'd take care of them right away. But oh well, that's fine. They'll just basically be warning people, hey, don't come to our base. We'll just kill you. So that is all. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, do the whole YouTube thing. It really does help me out. I'm trying to make this whole YouTube thing my full-time career. So if you could like and subscribe, it would really help me out. It's really just a quick thing for you, and it helps me out just a whole crud ton. So thank you in advance, and yeah, thank you in advance. I'm just gonna do this real quick because I noticed it. There. Hey. Well, actually, you know, I could shrink this a little bit. And then I could expand this. 31. Yeah, honestly, I could do that and have it be catching big fish. Yee. Yee. Nice. But that's rich soil, which won't allow me to actually turn it into water, which, it's fine. It'll be fine. And actually, I could probably stop right here. Yeah, you know what? Uninstall that thing. We don't need it. Remove bridge. Well, let's just deconstruct this stuff because I won't need it now. Cool. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, you know, yada, yada, yada. And we will see you all next time. Sayonara.